If you're looking to start a new business or grow an existing one, the UpFlip podcast is where you find the muse to do just that and more. I'm your host, Alex Freeman, and this podcast is where we'll be covering how the most successful business owners of today are turning bottlenecks into breakthroughs and shattering myths without breaking a sweat. Just like you, we're tired of bland, generic, and shallow content that beats about the bush, and that's why we only produce content with absolutely no fluff that will help you start, grow, or scale your business by helping you leave the guesswork at the doorstep. We'll cover the topics that are the biggest challenges for today's business owners: how to establish effective business processes, building and managing a strong team, successful marketing and advertising strategies, and all those nitty-gritty aspects of planning, organizing, operating, and building a business that is meant to succeed. Whatever the topic, you'll hear the most useful insights that you can integrate into your business right away. Although we focus on small businesses, many of the tips and tricks you'll hear provide just as much value for franchisees, startups, and anyone who wants to improve their business. To further prove that we mean business, we want to share how UpFlip podcasts pair with our YouTube channel to increase the depth of content you get to consume. Some of our guests will be business owners featured on our UpFlip YouTube channel or blog, and we'll be using this podcast to follow up with even more in-depth questions about their business and find out how their businesses have grown, changed, and new hacks they've learned along the way since the last time we interviewed them. This is the creme de la creme of podcasts. It's the real deal, a buffet of actionable, battle-tested content that teaches you things you probably won't hear on any video or flashy interview. And just to keep quenching your thirst, we'll release a new episode every Monday at 4 a.m. Pacific Time. Whoever we're talking to, you can look forward to the best business advice without having to listen to all the fluff and nonsense you hear on other business podcasts. Oh, and in case you're wondering, what makes me qualified enough to talk about small business topics? See, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been a producer for films, stage productions, and podcasts with an unshakable spirit to learning more about the business world. Keeping up with news on my favorite companies and reading the latest bestseller on business, entrepreneurship, or corporate culture is my favorite pastime. Hosting this podcast gives me the chance to learn firsthand from business leaders at the top of their industry. I'm personally looking forward to hearing their secrets, getting the inside scoop on what it takes to start and scale a business, and sharing it with you, our listeners, so you can transform that knowledge into your own business. The UpFlip podcast is an extension of UpFlip.com, a digital marketplace for buying and selling businesses. But not only that, we are the ultimate resource for entrepreneurs hungry to start, grow, and scale a business. Be sure to check us out. If you are looking for a podcast that will give you the best actionable business knowledge and advice without having to skip through the useless chatter, your search stops here, because this is the podcast for you. Subscribe now and check back every Monday morning for our latest episode.